Here we are in section 3-4 with the solutions to numbers 14 through 19. As we recall, the formula for slope was m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, and that also included y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2, that it doesn't matter the direction you subtract them as long as you go the same way on both. So let's go ahead and do these. The slope is going to be 3 minus a minus 2 over 7 minus 8. And you could have done negative 2 minus 3 over 8 minus 7. You either subtract from this point to that one or that point to that one, but you can't mix them up. So that becomes a 3 plus 2 is a 5. 7 minus 8 is a negative 1. 5 divided by negative 1 is a negative 5. Great. Number 15. Slope is 6 minus 1. We took 6 minus 1, so we do negative 5 minus 8, and that was 5 over negative 13. Does that simplify at all? Nope, just a negative 5/13. All righty. Next one, number 6. We take slope is negative 8 minus a negative 1 over a negative 3 minus a minus 3. That is negative 8 plus 1 is a negative 7 over negative 3 plus 3 is 0. Try to simplify that in your calculator and you get this as undefined. There's an error there, which based on what we learned, this is going to be a vertical line, and we can actually tell that right here, that the x is always a negative 3. That's what the equation of that line looks like. The others are pretty hard to tell, but this one you can tell the x is just always negative 3, that if you go through those 2 points, you'll hit everything that has x is negative 3. So that is an undefined slope, even though we can graph the line perfectly fine. All right, number 17. Slope is, let's go ahead and subtract it this way, 9 minus 3 over 7 minus a minus 2. That is 6 over 7 plus 2 is 9. Is 2/3. And if you would have subtracted it the other way, you would have had a negative 6 over a negative 9, and the negatives would have canceled, and it still would have simplified to 2/3. All right, the final one here. M is 6 minus 6 over negative 5 minus 4. That is 0 over a negative 9. In your calculator, this one comes out to be just fine as a 0. That is a horizontal slope. So the slope is 0, but the line, and you can see that right here as well, this is going to be y equals 6, and that's good. All right, number 19. If a road rises 300 feet, over a horizontal distance of 3,600 feet. So it's traveling up the mountain like this, and it says it rises 300 feet from this place right here, where it travels 3,600 feet. So they've already calculated the rise and the run. So slope, you don't have to do any subtraction. They already did that, and they got 300 over 3,600. That is a slope of 1/12. And you can put that into a calculator and get 0.0833, something like that. And then that becomes 8.3 percent road grade. That's how they would calculate road grade. Or if you want to leave it for this class, we can leave it in fractions, and that's perfectly fine. Great.